We're starting off the weekend with a little mystery. Of course, not quite as much as it might be if we hadn't seen some of Higurashi before, but still once again struggling with her new life under the care and tutelage of her uncle. The way the other arcs have gone, a question I asked was actually answered in the comments. Me talking about what intervention is Rika actually having. Turns out there is a little bit in each one. Just whether it's actually intervened or done much damage, I'm not entirely sure. But what does it mean for this one? And they're going to go no holds barred and chase straight in and rescue her? Going to raise up an army again to fight back the government and bureaucracy? But I don't think we have time for that. Or more fun action with a baseball bat? There's always time. But I do think that several other bits which are kind of cropped up, especially with the police officer guy being kind of forefront. Why are you so holding so much animosity? Multiple avenues of attack. Let's see what's right. Let's watch some more. I'd almost forgotten where it left off in the last episode. But a sudden outburst like this, I'd be surprised if anyone understood how to react in that situation. Fast acting here, he was the catalyst. Even if it wasn't him precisely that caused it. Now can they stand back and let the system do its work? Or take things into their own hands? Also, yeah, Rika now. Considering most arcs go horribly, and how many times Rika has sat through them, watching them, how they play out, is this one of the ones that has affected her the most? Seeing it such a kind of the visceral fallout and impact it's having on her dear friend. But one thing I have thought about is, obviously because it's medium, there needs to be a story to tell, but a town with so many dark secrets and everything that all seems to play out on the same night, but it's just which one wins first. Just how easily any of our lives can be changed by the actions of a few. They can't just start classes normally. Is she going to put on a face and be like, no, everything's fine? Yeah. Just don't get the teacher involved so that she doesn't show up at the door again, is that it? Although the puddle of puke and what it might be a giveaway that something isn't exactly right. She's approaching slowly. That wasn't a request, more of an order. And we know that there's several layers as to why she is enduring it all. You know, seeing it as a ah, did she make such a sudden entrance last time? But also Renna standing up into the ranks. That's very good. I've forgotten what I was saying though. Oh yeah, seeing it as penance on herself, taking that. Don't distract him while he's having a flashback. Yeah. Taking on all of the punishment. And also try to protect her brother's old room as well. Why don't you do something already? Or only use the power to help yourself? I mean, having a force to be... Are they just words? Also, having a force to be reckoned with in the way of Shion just turning up like that. Well, okay. Even if she's bearing the brunt of it all afterwards. Is this him saying this through personal experience? Huh. I mean, normally you wouldn't have to talk to someone down for murder, and I hope none of us actually have to try and do that. Let's calm down a bit, see if there's any alternate measures that they can go on. Ah, the chair attack again. I think I remember this. We can do something that doesn't resort to damaging furniture. That's nothing but a little laceration. That does go to say all of the worlds where they did fail and yet some of them did live. I'm glad we didn't have to play out those futures. They are fragments of hope scattered around. And he seems to collect it within his own person. Is the... Oh. Good conversation. But I'm glad no one of consequence was around to see her attack him with a chair. Because that's not something you could be able to just let go if it wasn't amongst these close group of friends. And how much... And how much of the other worlds is coming through to them? Can't they take Keiichi's head wound over to child service and say, yeah, I went to go talk to Sadako and he did this to me, so can you step in? I mean, another false claim? What's wrong with that? But yeah, we've seen this play out. Are you here with... Do you have an appointment? I wondered if they were going to do like separate interviews, but again, they don't really have the time or resources to give that to them. Sit down a little. I mean, of course they were going to say that. Are they going to check up on them intermittently without alerting them beforehand? Because that kind of defeats the point. Can't she declare like emancipation? Oh yeah, the damn technicalities of actual laws. They didn't have anything in writing to... Oh, thanks for actually giving you that. Can we read through it? See if there's any loopholes. Slowly picking apart on it. She's under no obligations to actually give them the answers to what they have on file, but... However, can she accidentally leave that file behind while exiting the meeting? Yeah, she can't directly help. Are you threatening them with violence? Yeah, wouldn't it be better also to talk directly to the caseworker rather than an intermediary where information and feelings can actually be lost? So let's believe her. I mean, the stuff that the people who actually have to go through on a daily basis dealing with like proper cases must be incredibly difficult and heartbreaking. It takes a different caliber to carry on normally afterwards. But remember, hope's not lost yet. He's got to be that bright face. He can do alone. Should have added that little caveat. They managed once before, after all. Is he? I mean, it's nothing about like saving the timeline or anything. It is the here and now. Save Satoko from her life. Take it one step at a time. Ah, it was just a plea to emotion that solved it. Nice. That was a sudden 180, but also the shadowing on the bridge. So prepare for the punishment game that will be coming. And we know what they can do when they can set up a proper fight. So everyone puts your thoughts into writing, have a big dossier. Looks like she, someone has the constitution that I do. Although I do actually get ill, but it's only usually for like a day or two. Whenever people are out for a week. I don't know if that's good or bad. The good thing, at least, in other countries, I'm not sure about Japan, confidentiality agreements and whatnot can be somewhat sidestepped themselves with freedom of information requests. But it really does depend, especially not on ongoing cases. It's probably out of the remit. Call them out by name. Have each of them state what their plan is, or what they want. Yeah, a head-on conflict has never gone poorly for them before. However, one without violence, hopefully. What was with the frame rate just then? Was that on the video or my PC? Is he now going to be reported for causing an uprising? Sit this one out. Actually, having her invade a personal space, but having her call out to the teacher directly here to stop intervening or anything. The sudden character switch up. I do like the serious Rika when she appears. The more the merrier. I mean, the meeting room's going to be a little crowded. Do they not have a larger conference hall? 48 and counting. Not that many. Oh, there is a larger meeting room. Nice. Are they actually going to try to assuage their worries? However, it was with the aunt, not him. Huh. Oh, I'll add that onto the notebook. Yeah, possibility. Uh-huh. I mean, good lie, but okay. I mean, it is a difficult situation that is... Oh no. Since their hands are tied... Oh no, he's not. I thought he was going to do the other route, but no. Consideration. Therefore, yeah, nah. Actually, push forward a bit on that a bit more. Go on the legal threat. Maybe they'll respond to that. And now, since so many of them come to visit, it's going to push back the answers a little longer. Hopefully it won't result in the same issues that happened with the dam. You know, severed limbs and all. Although... So we just need more people. I mean, a loud enough voice, whether they're right or not, gets a reaction. Well, get them to stop believing in the system early. Let's hope he falls to a unfortunate accident soon. Just keep cubing the numbers until they've got a veritable standing army. It's the start of... The face of someone who's been through this before and knows where it leads, but also a little troubling of her expression. And there it goes. There's the downfall of the entire situation. Usually I like that character, I'm on his side, but there's always that switch. Just when things are looking good, in storytelling at least, you throw in a wrench into the plans. Cue that face, which seems so unsettling just now. But yeah, considering everything that's kind of going on in the world at the minute, the annoyance of red tape and bureaucracy getting in the way of dealing with anything. I mean, just look at the UK politics of the minute. More around the fact of protecting themselves from any potential fallout. CWS are taking that kind of hands-off approach, just in case they did step in and it was on the up and up. The uncle would have some recourse to get back at them. 1 second. Didn't they say that the reason why the child services were kind of apprehensive about stepping in because Sadako had been proven to have faked a situation before, so therefore it's like the boy who cried wolf, or the girl who cried wolf. But also, we have on record that she was being abused and there was stuff going on via the aunt. So what is it? She's just faking about all the abuse, but then again, it did actually happen, so we did actually have to step in and do something then, or at least have it on record. Okay. And I just got distracted because it just started snowing outside. I wonder if that's a sign for anything going on. But this situation where he's rising up, bringing up the people of the village, starting close knit with the friend group, then expanding out to the classmates, then expanding further into the village, getting more and more onto their side to protect those that can't protect themselves. We've seen it work. It kind of takes time, but we've seen it work. But knowing that she is out there, how is that going to either... I might be getting the wrong idea. Maybe it's a, double bluff. Is he going to be helping out somehow? Or hindering horribly? All I know is that whether you've seen it before or not, Higurashi doing some different stuff about it. Whether you're watching these entire bits now or just waiting for the big turnaround where the original story is quashed immediately with disaster of some other ilk. I do like how this iteration of it is done. Art style, it got, as I said before, little to get used to, but rapidly grows on me. Animation-wise, they can do a lot with a little more added budget. I wonder, considering the amount of times that it was mentioned, come on, Mion, you're the head of the Sonosaki family, do something. Is she going to bring in, the grandmother and put your troubles aside to just help a little girl? Sins of the father, does it affect the son? But that's Higurashi for you. Some rather troubling situations that pretty much anyone could find themselves in with no fault of their own, then just extrapolated onto a village-wide scale, with a hint of mystery and darkness underneath it. Oh, and your time travel wibbly-wobbly business. I know it's not really... it's hinted at, but it's not really done anything with it. In the flashbacks, if Keiju, hang on a second. Baseball bat? That's a solution. But we shouldn't resort to that. Can we not have it more than just, minute inspiration? I'd like if they did delve into that side of it a little more, but I don't think this season is the one to do it. I'm just going to say that. But if you have enjoyed, let me know. If you want to make sure not to miss out more, consider subscribing to the channel. But definitely for now, leaving a like down below or even a comment or two on the video helps me out more than you realise, especially as a small content creator, one that YouTube has a hankering to kill. No matter what I do. But you can also just jump onto my Discord, there's no way of missing out then. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest, so I can catch you for the next one. I really must thank my patrons that are Sal, HSTR, Guado, Kite, Reds Racer, Ultra Pouring, Wolfie Sensei, Zug, and everyone else. For, though we may not be charging down protective services, at least they're keeping the channel alive and well, which is all I can really hope for, because more anime means more anime. And I hope we can enjoy it all together. And if you would like to continue watching, consider joining onto my Patreon as well.